So, in today's video, we will be looking at the newly added Black Forest horses. I am incredibly excited for these. I really don't want to waste any more time before we go and have a look at them. As you can see, I am riding one of my Jorvik mountain horses. Incredible, incredible breed. Hopefully I will like the new breed as much as I like these. I was actually training the Blue Roan a couple days ago and I was very, very happy with them. But this is probably my favourite coat of the Jorvik mountain horses. Very pretty. Ooh, here they are. They are absolutely stunning. Okay. So just to start off with, a little disclaimer, I am not very familiar with this breed at all. Any of my opinions are going to be on sort of the aesthetics of it and what my personal tastes are. I'm not going to be talking about how realistic they are in terms of the breed standard or anything like that because I do not know it. So we're purely going off vibes here. I will say I am very, very impressed. They look very similar to the Ardennes horses for me, but obviously a little less heavy, a little less stocky, which, you know, I think is pretty accurate for what the breed is meant to look like. They're sort of a light to medium draft horse, again on the smaller end like the Ardennes are, I'm pretty sure. So visual wise of the model, I think it's pretty good, pretty accurate. They are very, very pretty. They have the face, to me, looks very similar to the Ardennes, and I loved the faces of the Ardennes horses, so very happy. Obviously we'll have a look at main styles and stuff later on, but already I am so happy with it. It looks so pretty. It's nice and flowy, but it's got a bit of curl, a bit of texture. I just think it's so beautiful. So we're gonna go through the coats in order, starting with this one. So I know a lot of these will be chestnut. I'm pretty sure the main sort of coat colour for the Black Forest horses are chestnut. I have heard that they do come in black, bay and also grey, but I'm pretty sure most of these are going to be a variation of chestnut. Now, this is stunning, gorgeous. You know I'm a sucker for any sort of like liver chestnut kind of coat. And obviously this is a dark chestnut, a liver chestnut with, I would assume it would be a flaxen liver chestnut because of how light the mane is. But yeah, this is very pretty. It's not my favourite of all of them. I have seen all the other coats previously, but this one is still very pretty. I think it's a nice, well-rounded coat. This next one is more of, I'm assuming it's still a chestnut. It looks more like a palomino sort of colour. I love the little dapples there. I think that's really cute. It's got a very similar face marking to the other one. It's nice, not my favourite, but it is still very pretty. This next one, it's still kind of like a dark liver chestnut kind of colour, but it's more reddish, which I very much like. It's got some nice socks on the back, which I think are cute. It's not got face marking, but it does have a cute little heart on the nose, which is very nice. Not one of my favourites. Probably not very high up on my list, but I do still think it's cute. I think it's a nice colour. I think for me, I would just want a face marking on it, but colour-wise on the actual coat, it's a very, very nice colour. This one is gorgeous. It's kind of, I'd say it's kind of a lighter version of this one, but it's got like a darker patch on the back. It's got some dappling. It's got some very small markings on the legs there. And this kind of face marking is one of my favorite face markings, where they've got sort of the two different patches of white. I love that. I think the color of the mane and tail goes really nicely with this as well. So this is high up on my list of ones that I would like to get, but it is not top. It's not top of my list. This next one, again, I'm pretty sure it's a liver chestnut. It looks like it's got some reddish points on it. It could be a black. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the black works with the mane, so I'm assuming it's going to be a liver chestnut. I do like the colour of this one a lot. I also like the gradient in the mane and the tail, which you can't really see the mane very much, but you can see a little bit of a gradient back there. I'm just not keen on face markings like this. I don't like that it covers so much of the face. It's just not my personal preference, but this is a very, very nice coat colour. Now these last two, these are the ones that I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to decide between. This one, at the moment, I think is going to be the one that I get. It's a gorgeous colour. So pretty. It's got a nice face marking, just a thin stripe. I don't know what colour the eyes are. I think they might be blue. But it's got like the little grey around the eyes and a bit of grey on the muzzle, and that is my favourite thing. I love when they have the little flecks of white on the face. And obviously I'm a sucker for the liver chestnuts, and this is probably as dark as they can go. It's a bit lighter than this one, I think. Or maybe it's just got more texture, I can't quite tell. I think it is slightly less saturated maybe, but it does seem to have a lot more texture in the coat. But that's why this one is very high up on my list. Also, I do like the blue eyes. I think they are blue. So yeah, this one's probably gonna be the one I get. Now this last one, again, it's got the grey on the face, which I think is so cute. It does have the face marking I'm not as keen on, but with the grey flecks, I like it a lot more. And obviously, like I said, with the other one, it has got a lot more texture in the coat, which I think is just like the grey hairs flecked through it, which I think is very, very nice. And again, I like how the mane and tail colour complements the coat instead of like taking away from it. It doesn't contrast it too much. I think it goes very well together. So I am debating between these two, I think. This has been my favourite in any photos I've seen of them. But looking at them in the buy screen, I think this one might be my favourite. But then we also have this one, and I'm just... I'm not sure. Because I can't get 3 of them, can I? Can I get 3 of them? I might, you know, I might get 3. I know I said in my previous video that I was only going to get 1, but I don't know if I can actually decide between them. I am actually struggling so much. I thought this would be the one I got for sure, but I'm leaning more towards one of these two now, I think. I think I'm going to have to get these two. I don't think I can choose between them. I really, really don't know. We're going to stay on this one for now. We'll check the main styles and also the animations first, and then we'll make a decision afterwards. We'll look at the animations first. Obviously, I will show them properly with the rider on later, but we can just have a quick look at them now. The walk looks nice. I have nothing bad to say about the walk. I don't feel like there's much you can say about it. It looks smooth, it looks nice. It doesn't look like it's glitched anywhere, so pretty happy. It's very bouncy. I'm not sure how Black Forest horses move. I've never actually seen it, so I wouldn't be able to say whether it's accurate or not. The trot's very nice, quite bouncy. Again, they might look different when you're actually playing the game and not just seeing them like this, because they are kind of just floating. You can't really, feel like you can't really tell properly, but I think it was good so far. Canter, nice canter. Don't have anything bad to say about that. Very nice. The extended, very good. Again, nothing really much to say about it. Ooh. We can hug them. Oh my god, that's so cute. Hang on, I need to see that again. That is adorable. Alright, I'm very happy. Especially the idle animations are cool too. I don't think I've mentioned those. That little pawing at the ground's nice. Head shaking's nice. It makes the horse feel alive. It's a bit more realistic. I like that. I think they are very good at adding those details in. So yeah, pretty high opinions of them so far. The main styles we've got, so obviously this is the free one. Very pretty, nice, long, flowy, got some nice texture in there. I really like how they've done the forelock. I think it's so cute. It's very pretty, very girly. I like it. This one, very pretty. It's only got the hair on one side, which is nice. And it's got a little, I don't know what you would call this. It's just like where it's swept over, which I think is a very nice touch. It is very pretty. Is the tail the same on both of them? It is. I really like this one. I think that's really cute. We've got the special one. It's got 2 big braids and then a braid in the forelock, which I think is very nice. Very cute. Oh, so this one, is it longer? This is just a change of the forelock. So the forelock is longer and bushier and it covers the eyes, which I think is very cute. Probably not one I would choose myself, but I do think that that is an adorable touch. Okay, so we've got the same ones, but with, are they ferns or something in it? Does it say on here? Fir twigs. Okay, that's cute. I think that's a very nice touch. It feels very festive as well, which obviously we're only about a month away from Christmas, which works quite well for this, I suppose. But I do think that that's really cute. I'm not sure if it's something I want to use particularly, but I do think it's adorable. I think it's a very cute touch. It is very nice. I don't think I like him as much in the braids, but the other hairstyles, I think it looks quite nice. Then we've got just the standard short one, which I don't tend to use for very many breeds. I'm more of a fan of the long or braided styles, but I think it looks okay. I hate this one. I never use this one, apart from the like 2 times that I have used it. But I'm not going to be using this one. You've got the shaved mane. I think the shaved mane could look good on these. I think they've got a short, stocky neck, which the shaved style generally looks good on. So I wouldn't be opposed to it if I felt like I wanted to use it. I do think it looks good. You've got the normal long braids, which I think are cute. I think if I was going braided though, I'd go for their special braided style. And then we've got the little button braids, which, you know, I'm always a fan of. I think it's very cute. If I got this one, which hairstyle would I go for is the question. I'd probably go for this one. I think this one's my favorite. This is what this one looks like with this hairstyle. Now we're gonna have a look at the other coat. See, it gives princess vibes. It's so cute. I really don't know. I think I'm gonna have to get this one. They just give off such different vibes to me that I'm having a really difficult time choosing between them. I know for a fact I'm going to end up with both of these two at some point, and I think I'll probably end up getting this one as well. A lot of the other coats I'm probably down to get. Like, I'd have that one. That one I'm a bit on the fence with. That one I'm on the fence with. That one I probably would get as well, even though it's not the face marking I particularly like. But like, they're all nice. I would have all of them at some point probably, but it's these main three that I really want. But I'm thinking we go for her. It is going to be a female. She's going to be a pretty princess. We're going to go adult mare. Dahlia is a really nice name, but I'm betting you now I've already got one called Dahlia. I do. Do we have princess? We do have princess. Did we do Princess Dahlia? You can't have princess as the first name. Are you kidding me? I'd go Pretty Princess. Am I really gonna go with Pretty Princess as her name? I think I am. I mean, to be fair, my horses have had worse names than this. Let's be honest. I think this is what we're gonna choose. As you can see, the training is going pretty well. All of these horses are the current ones that I have that I need training. So we've got Pretty Princess right there. Pretty good so far, making some progress. These ones here are my untouched ones. I'm excited to train them up. But first, let's take the tack off this guy, because I am not about to try and make a cool outfit again. I'm not doing it. Too much effort. You go back in your stable. I'll collect you later. Almost walked past her then. Alright, let's train her to level 2 very quickly. Oh, those blue eyes are stunning. Okay, let's get her out here and just have a bit of a better look at the coat first. Alright, we'll get a little zoom in on the face here. Gorgeous blue eyes. I think it's a very nice colour. I think it matches the coat very well. Got some nice greying around the eyes, again, which I said I really liked. It looks like fur. It has a fur texture, which I think is very cute. Obviously, we said I already really like the face marking. It's a nice thin stripe. And then obviously we have the grey flecks in the coat as well, which I think looks very cute, but I also just like the added bit of texture that it gives. It makes them look fluffier, which I'm not sure if they get super fluffy. I'm not really sure on what the texture of the coat is meant to be. They're a draft breed, so I'm assuming that they might have thicker coats, but I don't want to assume. I do think it looks good. I think they've done a really good job with it. I don't think there's anything else really to look at. Got some nice muscle definition on there, but they are sort of draft breeds, so they are heavier. So it's not, the muscle doesn't look like it would on sort of the skinnier breeds, where it's really sort of chiseled out, which I think is good. The face, again, I said, it reminds me a lot of the Ardennes, which I think is so cute. Yeah, I like the mane and the tail style. I think it's adorable. It might be a little greedy of me, but I do wish the different hairstyles had different tail styles as well. But I think I am just being a bit greedy with that. I don't think it really makes too much of a difference. Right, she looks gorgeous in the tack. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Tack looks good on her. Obviously, this is dressage style. I'm not gonna bother putting any other tack on her, but it looks like it fits really well. I have nothing to complain about. I think it's very cute. I think we'll stay over here to do the animation showcase, or the walkthrough of the animations, however you want to say it. Alright, so, like I said, I really like the idle animations. They add a lot of character to the horse. I think it is very, very nice. I don't know if they're any different to the ones we usually get. I feel like most of them will probably be very similar, because horses are horses. They're going to act quite similarly. There's not going to be too many variations of how they act, but I do think they work really well with the model and they look adorable. We've got the warp. Yeah, it looks quite nice still. Can't tell if there might be a little bit of slide, but I've heard that when you level up the horse that goes away. I'm assuming because obviously they get a bit faster. So I'm not going to say anything about sliding or anything like that. The actual walk itself, nice, it's bouncy. You know, they can be used as riding horses. They're not just for work. So they, you know, it can be expected that they're going to look a bit fancier. But I think it looks really nice. Some nice head movements as well. And the way the mane and tail moves it's nice. It's not, I find with a lot of the longer manes, you can see now that it's sort of 3 separate parts. On some of the breeds, it looks not the best in my opinion, but at least with this mane style, it looks good. It doesn't put me off, which it has with other breeds in the past. So overall, walk, very nice. The trot is cute. It's not as bouncy as I think it looked in the buy screen, which I'm happy about. Again, I'm not really sure how they're meant to move. I know they're riding horses, but I'm not sure in particular what they're supposed to look like. But I think it's nice. I have nothing bad to say about it. It doesn't look glitchy or anything. It's very cute. Canter, again, it's nice. I really like it. As long as there's no glitching, I'm usually pretty happy. I know on some of the other breeds you get the back end squaring off weirdly, or I think in a couple of the breeds it looks like the back drops when it canters, but there's nothing like that that I can tell for this breed. So again, pretty happy. Extended, very nice. I usually like the extended canters in most breeds. I think the way the mane moves is very nice as well. Nothing bad to say about that at all. See the fast gallop, pretty much just the same thing. Very nice. Super speedy. She looks like she's going really quick. I don't think they're meant to be super fast horses though. But this is nice. I like it. We are gonna we'll do the sliding stop first. Okay, pretty standard. We've had that sort of style on quite a few other breeds. It looks nice. I don't think there's any glitching or anything to complain about. It looks a bit abrupt, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember how it looks on the other breeds, so I don't want to be too critical of it. Obviously we then have the rear. It's nice. I like the front end. I think the front end looks very good. The back legs look a bit funny, but that could just be because of how the model stretches. I think it looks good from this angle, but I think just because this leg goes back a bit more, it looks a bit funny. But nothing I would really complain about that much, to be completely honest. Well, what have I missed? I've missed the reverse. This is always pretty standard. It looks good. There's no noticeable glitching or anything. There's never really much else I can say about that. We'll get some jumps on. Okay, I think we'll go for this one over here. We'll do the canter jump. Right, it's nice. Obviously, this isn't like a jumping specific breed. They're not meant to be super athletic. I think it looks good. They aren't super flashy jumpers, but it gives the effect that they're heavy when they land, which I think is really good. It's a nice detail that they've paid attention to. Like, it kind of looks like it drops on the front, which I think, you know, it gives the effect of it being heavy. I knew I was going to do that. Alright, we can go for a faster jump now. They are sometimes different on the breeds. No, that one looked pretty much the same. It didn't look like it dropped off as heavy, which is fine. Either way is fine. I think that looks really good. I think that's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm very happy. Now, I will say, this horse is not getting trained to level 7 before I post this video, so we will not see the hug in this video, but maybe it'll convince you to buy one for yourself so you can train it up, and then you can see the hug animation. I'm sure I'll end up showing it in a video in the future when I do get her up to level 7. I will say I will 100% be buying minimum the last coat that we showed, but also the 4th or 5th one in, I think it might have been. 4th one maybe. They're very nice and they have a lot of nice coats, and considering how difficult it was for me to choose between the 3 that I was looking at today, the other 2 will definitely be coming home with me at some point. I can assure you that. But for now, we're just gonna stick with this girl. She's stunning, she's beautiful. I'm very happy with the coat colours on these. I think I liked the last 2 more because they had the extra sort of texture in the coat, which I really like. But the others are nice too. Okay, I think that is going to be everything for today's video. Please let me know down in the comments what you think of the new Black Forest horse breed. And also let me know if you bought one of these horses, which coat did you buy? or if you haven't bought one yet but you want to, which coat do you want to get? Which one's your favourite? I'd be very interested to know. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!